The book is amazing. Foxy, My Life in 3 Acts. We really go into your life. And I always say, if you're going to tell the story, how hard is it to reveal so much?
It's very difficult because you are revisiting certain moments of your life. Some are not as happy, and some are. It's a wonderful journey, and the impetus for writing my memoir was basically other women who, in our history, have opened doors for me. And many of us, Lena Horne, they've shared some trials. And they said, you know what, you can learn from them. And I thought, what? Because my journey, there's people that they don't know how I survived. But I thought, lessons learned, inspiration, empowerment. And because of you, the audience, I had and still have a career for 4 decades.
She did her own stunts. So I want you to talk about that, doing your own stunts. But the
I was stupid.
Oh. Do you feel it now like, I remember that stunt I did?
I remember that broken leg in Coffee. Yeah, I had broken my ankle in Coffee, and the last 3 days of the scene of running along the street, I had a cast that was painted like a boot, and it had laces on it, and I was like this. You remember that? You're all gonna go back and watch it. Go, yeah, that's Pam. Go, yeah, yeah. And I'm trying to look sexy, and I'm like, oh yeah, oh, yes, there.
Watching you strong, dynamic, fierce, as for we as women, it just empowered us. It really did, because
I was country girl.
You were, but you didn't take
country
stuff.
Girl. Are you kidding me? My mom's from Wyoming. That's Coffee. And I'm from Colorado. My grandfather used to take me out hunting and fishing, bass fishing, know how to bring the boat in, chopping wood. I was driving when I was 10 years old, a John Deere tractor. And they think, oh, yeah, she's oh, look at that. Oh, did you drive one too? A country girl over there? She's like, yeah. But my grandfather wanted me not to be a victim. He said, I want the girls to be able to know how to do something. Mm-hmm. And thank God for him. He gave us equality.
You've had some great romances. Richard Pryor. Yeah, what do you think of Richard Pryor?
Yes,
Freddie
I have.
Prinze, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that part of your life and high-profile romances.
Well, we'll start out with the youth. One of my first amazing loves, and when I say love, a true, passionate man who was bringing out my intellectual side. And I was quite shy. I had some traumatic experiences and was dealing with who do I speak to, who do I have to be my confidant. And you need that in a partnership. Right. So Ferdinand Lewis Alcindor Jr. was graduating from UCLA, had just been drafted into the Milwaukee Bucks, and he was embracing Islam. And today, we know a lot more about Islam. It is not a monolithic, it's not a monolithic community. It has diversity. Moderates, conservatives, fundamentalists, and some radical. And at the time, he was young and didn't know exactly where he was going. If I'm going to be his spouse, I need direction. And he had only given me less than 3 months to read about how to become a Muslim woman and the Quran. And the direction, I was like, well, where do we fit in? And at the time, I was a child of the women's movement. I hadn't burned my bra yet. I needed it. And he was so, I love the fact that he was embracing another culture and that he really wanted me to explore it. And I was trying as fast as I could. But to some culture, to the Western culture, the perspective is not as fair for women unless you understand where you are. And from the Eastern perspective, it's tradition. There's a lot of tradition. But I knew that I needed an education. I needed to be independent in my heart because I was working 3 jobs and putting myself through school. No one could do that. No one would do that for me. I was on my own. And he wasn't paying for my college tuition, nor did he have to, nor did I ask him. And I knew if I get married and begin having a family and not get my education, not have something to fall back on in life. My mom was ill with paralysis. There's so many things going on. And he was just fantastic to me. We had a ball. And you know that first love. Oh, my God. Oh, my, but Jesus. And one day, he called me. Oh, they know about it over there, testifying. They still reliving their first love. I don't blame you. Every time I see him, I go, oh, I could have had 13 kids with him. Oh, my goodness. And on my birthday, he called and he said, hey, happy birthday. And I just wanted to know if, this is a conversation we need to have. And it is, are you going to convert? And I was very truthful. I said, I need more time. I really need more time. And he said, well, if you don't, let me know now, today. I'm going to marry someone this afternoon at 2 o'clock. As I picked myself up off the shag carpeting, I had to respect that. He was my friend. And he went on to marry a lovely woman and had a family, children, and met another lady and had a child and a little boy. And, oh, now. And to this day, we're friends. And he has a rare leukemia that he's fighting. And I'm a cancer survivor, so I know what he's going through. And if he needed me for anything, I'd be there, reading to him Foxy, My Life in 3 Acts. Hey. Oh, yeah. Remember this chapter? Yeah. Just kidding. And oh, you especially. I love your laugh. She just, you know everything I've been doing.
A lot of people love Jackie Brown. What was it like getting that call from Quentin Tarantino?
Oh, my goodness. That was something. Well, first of all, I bumped into him on the street. And I was with Warrington Hudlin, of the Hudlin brothers, and he was taking me to a meeting. And there was this wild man in shorts and a T-shirt in the street. And he said, that's Quentin Tarantino. I'm going, Pulp Fiction? Reservoir Dogs, the director, the #1 pop, culture director. He says, yes. And so Quentin sees me, and Warrington calls him over, and he says, hey, meet Pam Grier. And he says, he goes berserk. His hair stands on end. And I'm going, he says, I'm writing a movie for you. I'm going, and you know how fast he talks. He's kinetic. He's like, what? Yeah, really? Okay. Well, thank you. So nice. Great. He says, seriously, it's coming. He sends me the script in an envelope. Manila envelope with 44 cents due in stamps. Little stamps all over the corner, all every which way. And they've been sending me the yellow notices, 44 cents due from L.A., from Los Angeles, 44 cents due. And I go, who doesn't have 44 cents? And here's this multi-gazillionaire. And he drives an old, 88 Volvo that doesn't have a gas cap on it, bald tires, and, it hasn't been, and, when the car loses its shine, it's amazing. So when I read it, it was Jackie Brown. And I open it up, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's called Jackie Brown. And I'm reading it. It's fantastic. And I go, and it says a note, please call me. Please call me, let me know if you like it. So I call him, and I go, Quentin. May I call you Quentin? You owe me 44 cents. And he said, well, what do you think of the script? I'm going, I love it. And he says, well, wow, I'm glad because I was about to pass. I thought you didn't like it, and I didn't hear from you. And I said, well, I'm sorry, you just had this money due, and I just didn't think it was important. He says, oh, I'm sorry, but I said, so which role am I? He says, you're Jackie Brown. And maybe not, you're real dense. Okay? I thought I was playing Bridget Fonda's role, you know? And he says, no, you're Jackie Brown. I wrote this for you. Remember? And I go, yes, right. But a lot of people make those promises, and that's an endeavor to invest 2 years of your life. He'd been working on it for 2 years. And I was just amazed that he would humbly write something for me. He invested 2 years of his life. I owe him at least one child. At least one. You agree? She agreed? She agreed?
The book is amazing. Foxy, My Life in 3 Acts. You have blessed us. You're a beautiful spirit. And I thank you. I will remember this. I will remember this.